Billy Paris.
Lena Paris.
Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Paris, and I will be talking to you guys today about why I think the death penalty should no longer be an option here in the United States of America. I think this is no longer an ethical punishment in today's world, and I decided to start with the United States because I decided to start small instead of thinking about all over the world. So we have 50 states, and the death penalty is legal in 31 states and illegal in 19 states, and I want it to be illegal in all 50 states. So the different methods that different states use are lethal injection, which 33 states are allowed to use, electrocution, which 9 states are allowed to use, lethal gas, which 6 states are allowed to use, hanging, which 3 states are allowed to use, and a firing squad, which 3 states are allowed to use. So, what exactly are the issues of the death penalty? The death penalty in America seems to be a messed up process, and executions are flawed as well. According to ACLU.org, from 1976 to 2015, 1,392 executions occurred in the United States, and 995 of them took place in the South. Recent executions have shown us that lethal injection can be painful and torturous. There's not a humane way to kill a person. Pharmaceutical manufacturers have recently told states that they can no longer use their drugs for executions, which then results in states using them in secret because they can't find a safer drug. There has been no accountability on state governments. The flaws of the criminal justice system are executing an innocent person. Between 1973 and 2015, there were 140 exonerations of innocent people on death row in the modern system. After some research, the number of innocent people that have been sentenced to death is actually higher. According to ACLU.org, it suggests that 1 in every 25 defendants sentenced to death is likely innocent. You can't take it back, and it's irreversible. According to Amnesty.org, Texas man Cameron Todd Willingham was executed in Texas in 2004 for allegedly setting a fire that killed his 3 daughters. Following his execution, further evidence revealed that Willingham did not set the fire that caused their deaths, but it came too late. Having a mental illness actually increases the chance of a wrongful conviction of death. These people don't have the proper access to get through the justice system. Also, race plays a huge role in the death penalty. Studies show that the race of a person actually determines a death penalty decision. Prosecutors are far more likely to seek the death penalty, and juries are far more likely to return the death sentence when the victims are white than when they are black. And studies show that prosecutors routinely prevent blacks from serving on capital juries. So, why do people agree with the death penalty? Citizens say that we need to be tough on crime. It's cheaper and more humane to execute people, which we have learned through my research is not the case. They say it's an eye for an eye. They took a life. It fits the crime. They deserve it for biblical reasons, serves justice, would help/benefit families of victims. I completely disagree with having the death penalty. My solution is to completely take away the death penalty. In my opinion, killing a person who has done a horrible crime is giving them the easy way out. I think making them do their time in a claustrophobic box for the rest of their lives is worse and causes more suffering for them. Also, the death penalty is more expensive than keeping them in jail for the rest of their lives. According to Nick Gillespie of Reason.com, between 1980 and 2012, California spent $4 billion administering penalty cases while actually executing only 13 individuals. The legal cost per case skyrocketed to an extra $134 million per year, well above the cost to implement life without possibility of parole. There is never going to be a way to make killing a person not expensive. The death penalty does not deter crime. A study conducted in 2009 by the University of Colorado concluded that the consensus among criminologists is that the death penalty does not add any significant deterrent effect above that of long-term imprisonment. Lastly, the government shouldn't kill people. They take on the role of protecting lives and property of citizens. The government should be using the least amount of violence. Like I said before, a more moral answer is that we should lock up a criminal behind bars for the rest of their lives because it causes more suffering than killing them off. So, the only solution is to abolish the death penalty. So how exactly do we make this happen? Basically, each state itself has to vote on getting rid of the death penalty, or the Supreme Court has to rule that it's cruel or unusual. But there are websites that you are able to sign petitions against the death penalty. If you want to get involved in trying to get rid of the death penalty in your state, this is what you should do. You can build direct public support to abolish the death penalty. You have to make sure you're educated, know what you're talking about, and can defend your answers. You can speak to local civic groups, publish editorials voicing your opinion against the death penalty, conduct a petition drive to oppose the death penalty, hold an anti-death penalty rally or event, and you can also use social media. Also, this website right here, it is ncadp.org, and this is basically a website that gives you a lot of good information, and it gives information on upcoming executions and how you can take action to oppose those, and you're able to sign a petition and basically just really get involved and use your voice. So basically, if we don't take action, the death penalty will continue. Alright, so basically I talked about why I don't agree with the death penalty. Are there any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have the right to decide if someone should die or not?
I don't think we have the right to decide if someone should die or not. And the reason for that is if someone commits the worst crime you could think of involving murder or whatever that sentences them to the death penalty, and you decide to pull the death penalty on them, you are technically committing the same crime they have on them. I read an article that claimed, you cannot claim you are about justice when you turn around and commit the very same crime the criminal committed as punishment against him or her. Taking a human life is immoral and denies them their human right to life. Race has also played a huge role in who lives and who dies. Those who kill whites are more likely to be sentenced to death than people who kill African Americans. Capital punishment also goes against almost every religion, and almost all U.S. religious groups say the death penalty is immoral. So, thank you for listening, and remember to go to this website right here, ncadp.org, for more information. Thank you.